Right now, vaccines for your child could be coming this week, the soonest you can get an appointment in Dane County.
And a gorgeous start to our morning, but it is pretty chilly. Find out what our current temperatures are looking like and what's ahead for the rest of today. That's coming up.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchai.
And I'm Chris Stanford. So COVID vaccinations for children ages 12 to 15 could start as early as tomorrow.
That's dependent, though, on a big decision from the FDA expected today. Taylor Lazenby is in studio this morning, breaking it all down for us. Hi, Taylor.
Hi, guys. Good morning. That's right. While kids in cases have been mild, more than 3.8 million children have tested positive for COVID-19. Now, that accounts to about 14% of all cases. And on Monday, the FDA granted emergency use authorization for Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine for children between the ages of 12 and 15. Now, that decision came after the FDA analyzed clinical trial data showing the vaccine was 100% effective in more than 2,200 adolescents. Now, UW Health Chief Quality Officer Dr. Jeff Potoff says allowing younger people to get vaccinated makes us all safer.
Increases the number of people we can vaccinate to get to that, all-important herd immunity.
Now, because the dose is the same one given to adults, the shots will be available immediately at pharmacies and other vaccination sites. Now, guys, coming up in the next half hour, we're going to learn more about why 12 to 15-year-olds getting the shot also helps them with their mental health.
Taylor Lazenby, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Coming up this Thursday, News 3 Now is hosting a vaccine clinic with the help of SSM Health to help you get your shot. There will be two locations, one here at our studios on Raymond Road, the other at Lake Farm County Park on Libby Road. Both of those clinics will be open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
All right, let's check in with Austin Kubniski and Madison certified most accurate forecast. Look at that. The sun is up. How's the day looking?
You know, the day's looking really nice overall after we get through these first few early morning hours where you will need a coat. It's pretty cold outside overall. Lots of sunshine, thankfully, will help to bring up these temperatures eventually. But what we're looking at to start our morning, it is cold out there. Temperatures did just recently update here in the Madison area, and it's 38 degrees, but that's just the beginning of this story. Take a look out west. Lone Rock down to 32, Boscobel at 29 degrees. Some of our northernmost communities also in those upper 20s even. Looks like Wautoma's now at around 28 degrees, Camp Douglas at 27, Watertown at 31 alongside Wisconsin Dells. So that means we are seeing a lot of patchy frost this morning. Frost advisories are in effect through 8 a.m. These northernmost communities, we actually have freeze warnings in effect. So a hard freeze is now also looking likely, especially with those temperatures dipping down into the mid to upper 20s. What we're looking at with our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, however, even most of our country will actually be a little bit warmer than average, especially towards the back end of this 10-day forecast. That's when we're going to start to see the middle to even upper 70s finally returning. Doppler track, however, staying dry. That's going to stay dry here all day for today. We're just going to see some added cloud cover towards the afternoon hours, and that's just about it. Nothing out west. We're going to stay dry here for quite some time. 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, or precipitation outlook rather, does show that we're going to be close to average, if not a little bit above that. But you take a peek at our rain chances, and they are generally staying pretty minimal. Just about 10 to 30% chance for most of these days over the next 10. So I wish we could see a little bit more in terms of those rain chances because we have just been so dry as of late. But look at these temperatures. Very important. Again, partly cloudy skies this afternoon. Temps will fall again for tonight, but only into the upper 30s and lower 40s. Not really seeing the same frost potential as what we saw these last few nights, and then afterwards those mornings continue to warm up and warm up. Now our best chance for rain showers, that's going to hold off until next week. You can see a few of those moving through here on our latest European model, but again, a lot of other ones are actually keeping us on the drier side of things. So we're going to keep a close eye on what we're currently looking at. 10-day forecast does show a lot of dry days still, but notice the low temperatures, 39 degrees for tomorrow. Afterwards, 40s and 50s for the lows. Afternoon highs in the 60s and 70s.
Love the sounds of that, Austin. You're going to be a lot of people's favorite guy today.
I hope so.
Thank you very much. 6:04 now, new overnight. Officers are trying to figure out who shot at a car in Fitchburg. It happened on Oregon Road right around 11 last night. At the scene, 9 shell casings in all and 1 vehicle with damage. No injuries have been reported so far, but if you have any information, if you might have seen something last night, you're asked to call the Fitchburg Police Department.
At the state capitol, police reform bills are moving forward. It's the first of this type of legislation passed by the Assembly since the death of George Floyd in the civil unrest. The 5 bills include measures that would require police to post use of force policies online It would also require the state Justice Department to produce an annual report. The bills don't address actual use of force tactics.
Madison police looking into a threat targeted at West High School. It was shared on Snapchat earlier this week, saying they're looking for revenge on May 17th or a later date if the school closes down that day. A spokesperson with the district says they're taking that language very seriously. MPD is working with Snapchat corporate offices on that investigation.
The Poynette School District investigating an incident after video surfaced of a teacher yelling at a student. In the video, the teacher is heard calling the student names and insulting the student. The teacher's name has not been released, though she has been put on administrative leave. And important to note here, the district has yet to confirm if the leave has anything to do with the video.
Dozens of new arrests overnight in Israel as violence continues to escalate there. This follows the latest airstrikes on the Gaza Strip. The attacks killed more than 30 Palestinians, including kids. Israel's prime minister declared a state of emergency Tuesday after reports of a synagogue being set on fire and residents throwing stones at cars.
Hey, the Brewers are expanding capacity at American Family Field up to 50%. It starts this weekend. The team made that announcement after getting approval from the city's health department. And the Bucks also announcing they'll be allowing 50% capacity for the team's upcoming playoff games this month. That means about 9,000 fans will be allowed inside Pfizer Forum.
And some great news for Packers fans this morning. Lambeau Field planning to return to 100% capacity for the upcoming season. All these seats going to be full this winter. The Packers reached only roughly 12,000 fans in the seats last year. That's about 15% of total seating. The team says if anything changes, though, they will be ready to make adjustments so games can be played as safely as possible.
Happening tonight, the NFL will release its 2021 schedule. This is the first year the NFL's expanded season, going from 16 games to 17. Here's a breakdown of those 17 games for the Packers. We already know who they're going to play. We just don't know when. So they're going to, for that 17th game, they're going to go against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Packers are also slated to play the AFC South and the NFC West. Some believe, though, Leah, that the number of nationally televised Packers games is going to depend on whether Aaron Rodgers will be back on the roster this season.
You know what? The best thing we could do at this point is buy a crystal ball and ask it if Aaron Rodgers is coming back.
Yeah, does anybody really know at this point?
Too much forecasting.
And I believe it's the AFC North. I think I might have said AFC South. But the AFC North teams like the Steelers and the Ravens and the Browns.
The old adage, time will tell, is honestly the only way we're going to find out about Rodgers.
Yeah, hopefully sooner than later, because I am tired of waiting to find out.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
All right, 6:07 now. Coming up, a warning about a deadly item in your home and how to protect your kids from it.
They've been filling up fast over the last 15 years for the River Food Pantry here in Madison. And coming up, we're going to show you how you can help them out and also celebrate a big birthday this week. That's when News 3 Now This Morning continues.
High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. You can still enjoy our award-winning steak dinners with our new takeout and delivery service. We call it the High Point Steakout. Call in your order today.
Associated Physicians celebrates 75 years of caring, helping, and listening. Associated Physicians, devoted physicians, trusted care.
Looks like they finally got rid of that trip hazard. They pump it full of mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Where are the patched holes? Where's the splashed mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Concrete lifting technologies can quickly raise and level any concrete surface using cutting-edge foam technology made in Wisconsin. Fast and accurate and eco-friendly.
How did those guys do it? Where are the holes? Where's the mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
The auto show started with an idea. Honor the future of innovation while celebrating today with special auto show offers on select Ford vehicles. For generations, that's exactly what Ford has done and continues to do. Because when all is said and done, Auto Show is more than just an event. It's a step towards a better future. This auto show season, get an F-150 with $4,000 total cash back. Only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
It's Steinhaffel's Memorial Day sale, and now is the best time to save big on your new mattress. Get a Beauty Rest Queen mattress for only $349. Upgrade to a Beauty Rest Black and get $200 in Steinhaffel's cash. Queen mattresses start at just $19.99. Save up to $800 on adjustable base sets and get $200 in Steinhaffel's cash. It's the Memorial Day sale, only at Steinhaffel's and steinhaffels.com.
High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. You can still enjoy our award-winning steak dinners with our new takeout and delivery service. We call it the High Point Steakout. Call in your order today.
Vaccine Day, this Thursday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Welcome back. From key fobs to remotes for toys, lithium batteries are everywhere in our homes.
They really are, but many parents are just not aware of how dangerous they could be for our kids. CBS's Chris Martinez reports.
Evie Keynes was just over a year old when her family almost lost her.
It's really a long road, and we're just taking it day by day.
Kristen says 5 months ago, her daughter swallowed a small lithium coin battery about the size of a nickel that had fallen out of a toy.
Even so, getting her to the hospital right away. She was in the hospital for a month almost. She was in the ICU for a week.
Surgeons were able to remove the battery, but Evie's throat was severely damaged. The batteries can burn through a child's esophagus in as little as 2 hours and can even be deadly.
The battery starts discharging electricity. It can cause enough damage that can lead to permanent disability. With issues around eating and swallowing.
Dr. Ben Hoffman also warns with families spending more time at home in the pandemic, battery-related injuries among children ages 5 to 9 increased 93%, with most involving ingestions.
It only takes one moment for things to go terribly wrong.
The American Academy of Pediatrics and battery maker Duracell have launched a campaign to educate parents. The battery maker is also adding a bitter coating on the batteries to discourage ingesting.
This is not the only answer. They still need to be stored safely. We still need to make sure that they dispose of them in a place where a child's not going to be able to get them.
Evie needs to undergo regular procedures to clear scar tissue from her esophagus.
As horrific as this has been for us, we're the happy story in this. She has a long road to healing, but I get to hold her. And I know these parents that are just heartbroken. And it's so tragic because it's so preventable.
She hopes other parents get the message. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Well, if you can't find a ride to get your vaccine, Uber and Lyft will help you out. The ride-sharing companies are offering up free rides to vaccination sites from now until the 4th of July. It's part of a new partnership with the White House. A police officer in California has been shot and killed while serving a warrant. This is Jimmy N. He was responding to a call from someone who said that they saw a woman bleeding and appeared to have been assaulted. The suspect then shot in when he arrived at the home. The suspect was then shot when another officer arrived on the scene. Both were rushed to the hospital where they later died from their injuries.
Happening today, 2 Trump officials are scheduled to testify before Congress about the Capitol riots. Former acting defense secretary Christopher Miller and former acting attorney general Jeffrey Rosen will take the stand. They've already released transcripts on what they plan to say, explaining their actions and perspectives from that day. In Miller's transcript, he stands by every decision he made that day.
Happening tomorrow, President Biden is set to have his first meeting at the White House with the 4 congressional leaders. That's Senate and House leaders for each party. Mitch McConnell, Kevin McCarthy, Chuck Schumer, and Nancy Pelosi. The meeting gives the group a chance to find some common ground on the nation's most pressing issues.
6:14 now. Austin Kopnitsky with us this morning, giving us a peek of sunshine nice and early.
Lots of sunshine, but cold temperatures to start off our Wednesday. 38 degrees in Madison. A lot of surrounding communities also even quite a bit chillier. Wind speeds not an issue for today. Actually extremely calm. We will see this increase a little bit, but only to around 5 or 10 miles per hour here by this afternoon. So winds really not going to be a problem. What we are looking at, however, for a potential problem this morning. Those temperatures even around freezing or below for a lot of communities just outside of the Madison area. That's why frost advisories are in effect for most of our communities until 8 a.m. These areas that are not shaded in, that's where we're looking at a freeze warning. But now our temperatures over the next 12 hours or so really cranking up with a lot of sunshine. You could expect mid-60s even by this afternoon. A lot of sun this morning, eventually partly sunny skies here towards the end of today. But another peek at your traffic right now. Lots of green currently, and this is what we love to see. Taking a closer look in Madison, currently not seeing or hearing of any reports of any slowdowns. Again, lots of green is great news here on this map.
Austin.
Looking good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Austin. 6:15 now. We are back in the 608 this morning, helping mark a very special birthday. The River Food Pantry is celebrating 15 years in the Madison area.
Almost old enough to drive. We've got a learner's permit at the River Food Pantry now, and Josh Breider is there to help them celebrate. Good morning, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, just a huge staple in the Madison area for the last 15 years, and especially over the last year, this was definitely needed here in the community due to COVID-19. This morning, Rhonda Adams, the executive director, you are up with us, and talk a little bit about what we have in front of us, because this is a big part of what you do every day.
It is. Last year, you're talking about last year and kind of what's been going on since the pandemic, almost 4 million pounds of food that the river gave out. And this is just an example of really today, this is what our clients are going to be driving up to get. So we have a dry box of a variety of things here. You'll see also a variety of meat, frozen protein products, lots of produce, and then also milk, eggs, and then we have our hygiene bag, which that varies depending on what our donations are. And then we have bread, again, more produce here. Laundry detergent. We'll offer also diapers, wipes, and formula.
So over the last year, you know, as a pantry, you received quite a few donations from the community, and those donations were needed because you were seeing more families than a long time.
Yes. More first-time families, people that had never been to a food pantry before. Pandemic rocked everybody's world, right? And so we saw people that were coming up that said, I've never been in a line like this before. So for us, food is a right and not a privilege. No shame when you come here to the river. We like to have fun. So when our clients come up curbside, we joke around, have fun with them, kind of ease that feeling of being in a food pantry line. And can we do a little bit of a walk here?
Yeah. So your space has really changed over the last year as well.
Yeah, it really has. So, you know, again, in the past, clients could come in here to shop for groceries. They could also come in here for meals. And now it's really more or less a storage space for food. So new coolers, which we're really happy to have from a grant, just because there's food. We got to be able to store it and then again get it out curbside to our clients. So we have outgrown this space, so we are looking for new space. And you know, it's a warehouse that, you know, may not look so pretty, but I always say that there's a lot of magic that happens here, and that's because of our staff and our volunteers.
And you also mentioned too, there's not too small of a donation, right? Like any little bit can help you guys out.
Every little bit can help. So yes, whether it's a $5 donation or it's much more than that, we're happy to have all donations. It all counts. It all matters.
15 years, can you believe it?
No, it's gone by in a whirlwind. Last week I celebrated 8 years here with the river, and things have changed tremendously. But the need's not going away, unfortunately, but we're here. We're here for people that need us.
All right, Rhonda, we'll get this all up on channel3000.com too as well. We thank you for being here with us this morning. Guys, coming up here in our next half hour around 6:45, we're going to talk about a birthday bash this weekend. Another way to be able to help them out, but of course, you can help them out all of the time. So we have that up over on the Channel 3000 mobile app. But a lot to celebrate here at the river this morning, guys.
Sounds like fun. I was in that space maybe 9 months ago. That looks totally different than when I was there. Those freezers look great. Just a great thing that they do for the community. It's a wonderful staple. They did a lot to help out families who were struggling with had kids. They had mobile sites that they go out into neighborhoods and they'd have families pick it up. Just a wonderful thing that they do for the community. Thanks, Josh.
Important time, too, during the pandemic. All right, let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out to him on social media or shoot him an email for a chance to be featured. 6:19 now. Mattel wants your old toys. The toy company launching a pilot recycle program called Mattel Playback. The idea is to take your old toys to be used to make new ones. Right now, they're accepting items from 3 brands in particular: Barbie, Matchbox, and Mega Toys. You can give your old toys toys to Mattel by going to their website, where you can print off a free shipping label and mail them back to the company.
Well, according to a new study, the Voyager 1 has detected a persistent hum beyond our solar system. Listen to this. So I think we're going to play the sound in just a moment. It's coming up. So this is all just published in the journal Nature Astronomy. They found the sounds of plasma waves reverberating through space. Now take a listen. Isn't that creepy?
Halloween music right there.
Yeah, so the Voyager 1 was built with some special antenna to pick up these tones. The sounds collected reveal a new way to measure densities in interstellar space, helping to better map out space between the stars.
You gonna play this to your kids at night? Little lullaby?
If I want them to have nightmares, maybe.
Ooh, interesting story.
Makes you wonder about what's out there, huh? So Starbucks has unveiled a brand new summer drink. We are counting the calories and comparing.
And ahead in our next half hour, new photos of a boy missing from our area now for a decade. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
With a nursing degree, helping others went from a job to a career.
The best Memorial Day mattress deals start now at Ashley Home Store. Shop top brand doorbuster beds like these up to 60% off while they last. And get the best deal in the country on Tempur-Pedic, plus 6 years interest-free. And free delivery guaranteed within 5 days on in-stock beds. Ashley Home Store.
Looking to update your flooring? Surgenians has you covered. Our experienced salespeople will guide you through the area's largest flooring selection so you can make the best decision. And Surgenians' reliable craftsmen ensure your flooring's installed right. Local, sustainable Surgenians.
Have you ever met Miss Lindy? She's a gal with the bright red hair. Now she stands out from all the rest. You know her anywhere. Well, she's mine. Yeah, she's mine. My Miss Lindy. She's my Lindy. My only Lindy. Well, I love that little girl.
Power Centers of Madison. Visit powercentersofmadison.com.
We've got the power!
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get a large Taco Grande pizza. Papa Murphy's.
Oh, baby, are you going my way? I see you kicking out for hours a day, so baby, don't know you're at all. I'm not crazy or a fiend. Not stalker and a fiend.
And lock down your money with security from Chase. Control feels good. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Here in the Midwest, community is important.
Having a healthcare system that's looking out for us,
that's actively addressing the racial disparities in healthcare is important.
When we can get good quality care,
We can do more. We can achieve more.
we can be the kind of community we want to be, and that's really important.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Coven Cars is breaking into spring with huge savings. You can get a 2016 or 17 Ford Escape starting at $10,995 or $175 per month.
That's right. You can buy a 2016 or 17 Ford Escape only for $10,995 or $175 per month.
Don't miss out on these huge spring deals with over 500 vehicles in stock.
So just hurry in today and ask for my sister, Crystal the Pistol Coven.
Or my brother, Dealing Donovan Coven.
You gotta go to Coven. CovenCars.com.
The biggest sale of the season starts now. It's the Memorial Day sale at Ashley Home Store. Shop in-stock doorbusters up to 60% off while they last. Plus, take a bonus 10% off our furniture sale prices. And no interest financing for 5 years. Ashley Home Store.
6:23 now. We always ask you to share your morning with us. And a frequent flyer, Second Crop Creative, sending in a very artsy photo of this long-necked fella.
Can't imagine we've had a giraffe before.
I don't think so. Is this part of your regular morning routine,
I know.
sir?
I still have so many questions about what's going on at this giraffe.
Stanford wants to know, is this your pet? Is this a visit to the zoo? Did you go on a safari?
I want to hear all about it. I'm waiting for Second Crop Creative to DM me.
More questions than answers this morning.
If you know them, tell them to send me a line. I want to know all about it. So share your morning with us, by the way. Snap a pic, post it on our social media. Use the hashtag MyNews3Morning. So Starbucks has a new drink. It is a new Frappuccino, and it's a funnel cake Frappuccino. It looks nice. It looks nothing like coffee, but
festive,
this looks
very festive.
It kind of is giving off like a holiday vibe.
Yeah.
With the red and the white.
Could see that.
So we've been talking about the calories and the nutritional stuff because that's kind of what you do. But so it's what, 410 calories or so, which Leah, you don't think is too bad.
I don't think it's too bad.
How about 51 grams of sugar?
That's where I draw the line. That's a lot of sugar.
So how many pixie sticks do you think it would take to equal the amount of sugar in this
Let's Google it.
It's 24 . I've already saved you the time. 24 pixie sticks. That's the number. That's the amount for a 16-ounce. 16 ounces of this drink.
Could you imagine your children after 24 pixie sticks?
Be bouncing off the walls.
each for kids.
No, not a chance. No, that's a lot.
Okay, so we made the point that this drink has the same amount of calories as a double cheeseburger. I'm taking the cheeseburger any day. I need some substance.
And I just learned I could eat a lot more pixie sticks every day, too. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Imagine the forecast with Austin on pixie sticks.
Oh, exactly. It'd be too much. You know, right now, we're looking at very chilly temperatures to start things out this morning. In fact, cold enough to prompt a frost advisory until 8 a.m. Those northernmost non-shaded communities, rather, they are currently under a freeze warning. Current conditions in Madison, 38 degrees, but a lot of surrounding areas aren't as warm. 32 in Wisconsin Dells and Watertown, along with Lone Rock, Boscobel, down to about 30 degrees as well, and winds, not going to worry about them.
All right, thanks, Austin. We'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's time to march into deer season. Get your John Deere 1025R for just $171 per month. Get a John Deere now and
power up at Sloan's.
Visit Sloan Implement today, celebrating 90 years and going strong.
One call, that's all. There is no way I could have done this on my own without Gruber Law Office.
They were phenomenal. They got our life back on track, and I couldn't be any more happier.
I would definitely go to Gruber Law Offices again.
Do what you do well, and that's exactly what Gruber Law Offices do.
I would refer the whole world to this wonderful agency.
They just put their best foot forward. One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices. Call the champs. If you want to win, call Gruber.
It's Steinhaffel's Memorial Day sale. Take 35% off store-wide and save big on the styles you want. A queen mattress, just $349. Or this dual reclining sofa, $699. This queen bed, now $749. This 5-piece dining set, just $999. Or get the patio ready for summer with this 3-piece set, only $999. Plus, with Steinhaffel's special financing, you save even more. Only at Steinhaffel's and steinhaffels.com.
There's been much debate about the Mona Lisa smile. Would it have been bigger and brighter if she'd had good dental care? Maybe if Physicians Mutual Insurance Company had been around back then, it'd be a different story. She could have gone to the dentist more, knowing she'd have help paying the bills. And those regular checkups might have found early signs of tooth decay or gum disease, costly problems that could keep anyone from smiling. Physicians Mutual offers affordable coverage that can help pay for cleanings and unexpected or expensive procedures you might need, like crowns or dentures. This is real dental insurance, not just a discount plan or for checkups only. There are no deductibles, and there's no annual maximum. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Call or go online today for a free information kit from Physicians Mutual. Get the dental care you need to help you stay healthy. For your free information kit with all the details, call us now or go to sendinfokit.com.
For all of your paving needs, call 1-800-SEAL-COAT. Driveways, parking lots, curb and gutter, new or repair, call 1-800-SEAL-COAT. Break out of the ordinary with stamped or colored concrete. Whether it's asphalt or concrete, commercial or private, call 1-800-SEAL-COAT today.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do?
Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
It's time to march into deer season. Get your John Deere 1025R for just $171 per month. Get a John Deere now and
power up at Sloan's.
Visit Sloan Implement today, celebrating 90 years and going strong.
This morning, the post-pandemic economy, the plan from Madison tourism officials.
And frost advisories are in effect this morning. What about afternoon temperatures and rain chances? We're taking a peek at your 10-day forecast coming up.
This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Chris Stanford. So tourism, obviously a major driver for the local economy. It's about to get a new plan to bounce back.
Today, Destination Madison will unveil what they're calling an ambitious recovery roadmap. Let's take a look back, though, at just how bad of a year Madison is trying to return from. Data shows a 43% drop in spending for all of Dane County in 2020. Downtown Madison in particular, spending fell from $300 million in 2019, two-thirds to just over $100 million in 2020. Downtown hotels saw a 78% drop in spending. Bars and restaurants were down 58%. Retail, 50%. Now, we dedicated Monday's show to talk about what's returning to Madison this year to help boost spending. The Union Terrace is back open to the public this summer, and events like our Fair on the Square, concerts on the Square, and the Dane County Farmers Market are scheduled to take place in some form or fashion. Dane County also made a deal to keep the World Dairy Expo in our area for the next decade. The Dane County Fair also returning this summer. Now in Madison, we are looking at a small uptick in gas prices since last week, but it's nothing like the scene we're watching out on the East Coast. More than 1,000 gas stations completely out of gas this morning as the Colonial Pipeline works to come back online. Until then, the government is asking people not to panic buy gas and make things worse. This is all, of course, because of that Russian ransomware attack on the pipeline last week. It forced the company to shut down. The 5,500-mile pipeline supplies 40% of the East Coast's fuel. Shortages are being reported in at least 7 states.
Panic buying of gas right now will create this artificial demand that will make all of this worse.
Florida, Virginia, North Carolina, and Georgia all under a state of emergency this morning. American Airlines says it has to add stops to some of its long-haul flights so planes can refuel.
To Wisconsin's vaccine rollout now. The vaccine is more available now than ever, but certain groups are still facing barriers. UW Health has 7 vaccine educators who connect with Black, Latinx, and Hmong communities. The educators provide them with information and help set up appointments. Annalie Vang connects with Hmong patients, helping them overcome obstacles like a language barrier.
For the elders, they can't get out of their homes, and there's no one at home to help them, schedule an appointment or to educate them as to why it is important to get vaccinated. And they're the most vulnerable to, the COVID-19. So I'm glad I'm able to help.
So if you or someone you know experiencing similar issues, there's a phone number on your screen right now. It's if transportation is a problem for the patient. UW Health is offering up rides, setting up those rides, or even bringing the vaccine right to patients. The number to call is 844-684-1064. Well, a big decision expected today that will greenlight the COVID vaccine for children.
An FDA advisory committee expected to approve the shot for 12 to 15-year-olds. Taylor Lazenby is with us this morning to talk about what needs to be done to get these vaccines moving forward. Hi, Taylor.
Hey, guys, that's right. Today is a big day to learn about that, and we'll learn about the approval of the Wisconsin Department of Health Services says they also need to give the green light before Wisconsinites ages 12 to 15 can start getting their shots. Now, both of these approvals could come as early as today. But until then, vaccinators are doing things a little differently in terms of scheduling for this specific age group. Now, UW Health Chief Quality Officer Dr. Jeff Potoff says getting vaccinated will help keep kids and teens healthy physically and mentally.
Getting them vaccinated so that they can go to school safely, they can participate in extracurricular activities like sports safely, is good for the kids, but also gives their parents significant peace of mind.
That peace of mind is something very important for all kids to have as well. UW Health estimates there are about 25,000 12 to 15-year-olds right here in Dane County, and healthcare leaders suggest this group will be able to get vaccinated pretty quickly. Now, to find out more information on the vaccine and to book your appointment, guys, you can log on to our website. That's at channel3000.com.
All right, Taylor Lazenby, thank you.
Thank you.
So tomorrow, News 3 Now is hosting a vaccine clinic with the help of SSM Health. There will be a couple of locations. One is right here at our studios on Raymond Road, also at Lenny Lake Farm County Park on Libby Road. Both of the clinics will be open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
6:34 now. We have an important photo to show you this morning. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children has released this age progression photo. This imagines what Timothy Pitson would look like now at 16 years old. The Illinois boy was last seen in the Wisconsin Dells in 2011 when he was just 6. Here's another look at that picture. Take a look. The boy's father, Jim Pitson, has never stopped looking for his son. On May 10th of 2011, Timothy's mother, Amy, took him out of school and then to the zoo and to the Kalahari Water Park in the Dells. This grainy hotel security video, these are the last images police have of him. Amy's body was later found in a Rockford motel room where she had died by suicide. Aurora, Illinois police say they're still hopeful Timothy could be found, but they say it's been quite some time since they've had a substantial lead.
At the state capitol, the Assembly is sending several bills to the state Senate. Let's go through some of them. The Assembly passed a bill that would make it harder to vote absentee. That includes prohibiting local election officials from filling out missing voter information on ballot certificates and preventing any ballot collecting events more than 2 weeks before an election. The Assembly also passed a resolution calling for a convention among all 50 states to make some changes to the U.S. Constitution. This is something that Democrats generally oppose. Another bill would increase the maximum amount of money that families can make to use the school voucher program. And then there's this bill that would require the national anthem be played before all sporting events held at venues that use public funding. That includes American Family Field, Pfizer Forum, and Lambeau Field. Democrats oppose the measure and call it a political stunt. All those bills will likely face little opposition in the Senate, but should ultimately be vetoed by the governor.
6:36 your time now. Austin is here with your certified most accurate forecast. A beautiful shot of the Capitol this morning, Austin.
Yeah, lots of sunshine. It looks great outdoors, but you might notice your house is a few degrees cooler this morning. Temperatures have fallen yet again in the overnight hours, now down to 38. By the time whenever we started our broadcast actually this morning, Madison was at 44 degrees, so we are still continuing to see that fall, but very quickly those temperatures will start to rise back up. 33 in Wisconsin Dells, 32 right now in Watertown, Lone Rock also at 32. So these temperatures right around freezing, that has prompted that frost advisory. We've shown this map a lot this morning, but this is the main thing we are really concerned of here with this morning. This goes until 8 o'clock this morning. Our northernmost communities currently seeing a freeze warning. That's where temperatures have fallen even into the upper to mid 20s at times. 6 to 10 day temperature outlook does show that we're going to be a little bit warmer than average. In fact, most of our country will be a little bit warmer than average, which does mean for us those middle to even upper 70s returning to the forecast. But our Doppler track is just clear as can be. We're not worried about those rain showers for today. In fact, for much of the rest of this week, we're not worried about too much. Out west, there's just nothing happening right now. 6 to 10 day precip outlook, though, does show that increased potential for some showers, but we're going to be very close to average, if not seeing just a little bit more than average. And what that means for us here, rain chances over the next 10 days still staying on the minimal side of things, just between around 10 and 30%. And we're not seeing many changes here with that as of right now. But our future track is also going to show those 60s here by the end of today. Reaching tomorrow morning, it's not going to get as cold as what we have seen. Temperatures will still fall into the upper 30s and lower 40s. We are likely not going to see nearly the potential that we actually saw here this morning for some of that patchy frost. A few more rain chances, especially towards next week, right around Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. A lot of our extended models are starting to show some of those showers and possibly some thunderstorm activity moving through our area. But again, that's still quite a ways away. We have some time before we're actually going to reach that. Overall here on your 10-day forecast, a lot of dry time, especially here through today, tomorrow, Friday, and even Saturday. But then it does look like as we jump into Sunday, we do bring back that chance of some rainfall. Much of the same here for this next week. But again, a lot of those models could still end up changing. We need some rainfall. And right now, I'm not seeing enough chances personally.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot in there.
Yeah.
But those temperatures look real comfy. This is one of my favorite times of the year where the afternoons are just so comfortable and you can spend it all day outside.
I'm in the same exact boat. I'll take 60s and 70s. I'm definitely not complaining about that.
All right, thanks, Austin. Next, how a Wisconsin lawmaker wants to reorganize the UW system.
It is time to put your party hats on and celebrate 15 years at the River Food Pantry. Coming up after the break, we're going to share how you can support the River coming up this weekend. Stay with us.
Finding the right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids recipe for health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health questions.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids.
Culligan Water not only sells the best water softeners, but also rents them. Big box plumbers and online sellers don't. With renting, you never pay for repairs or extended warranties. And Culligan softeners are backed by the world's largest dealer network. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
Refresh your space and save now at H&R Carpets and Flooring. Our renewable, recyclable flooring by Shelf Floors is easy care. It's perfect for kids and pets, couples that cook, and for those that love the comfort of home. Tile, soft carpets, and stunning hardwood. Is it time for new flooring at your house? Refresh your space now and save up to $1,000. Plus, get special financing for up to 36 months. Come see us at H&R Carpets and Flooring in Wanakee.
Hey sandwich fan, new Denny's melts belong in your hands. Patty melts a classic, Big Dipper, fantastic, Nashville hot chicken, bombastic, 4 melts grilled to please. And now you can join our team. Apply at Denny's today.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-5837. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. Find out how easy it is by calling now. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Credit Associates now and see how much money you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-5837.
Tonight on CBS at 7, Tiffany Haddish and the kids make a special visit to the iconic daytime show The Price is Right to play fun pricing games on the season premiere of Kids Say the Darndest Things. At 8, it's SEAL Team. At 9, SWAT. Followed by News at 10. Eric, Charlotte, Gary, and Zach get you up to speed on what's happening now and preparing you for tomorrow on News 3 Now at 10.
A Republican state senator says the UW system should be reorganized.
Senator Roger Roth of Appleton says he has a plan to preserve the system amid falling enrollment and population changes. Roth wants to let the current tuition freeze expire at the end of the budget cycle. He also wants to group campuses into 4 geographical regions, excluding the flagship campus, UW Madison. That would mean grouping schools like UW Platteville with UW La Crosse. Whitewater would be grouped with Milwaukee and Parkside and so forth. Roth says it could save about 15% of what the UW system normally spends. 6:43 now. We are back in the 608 this morning, helping mark a very special birthday. The River Food Pantry is celebrating 15 years in the Madison area.
And Josh Ryder is there helping them celebrate this morning. Hey, Josh.
Hey, Hey guys, good morning. I've got the party hat on. You know that means it's time to celebrate a big birthday here in the community. The River Food Pantry turning 15 years old, and they're celebrating with a big birthday bash this weekend. This morning, Julie Widmeyer, you're the Director of Development. You're here, and you're putting this on this weekend, and you're super excited about it.
We are super excited. We're looking for an event that will really celebrate how far we've come in 15 years. So people can buy tickets online, and they'll drive through our parking lot. We're trying to still keep it a COVID-safe event, so they'll drive through our parking lot. We're going to have special soda made by Madison College just for this event. We're going to have a DJ, a wine pull, a 50-50 raffle. There's going to be so many fun parts of it, all while people can remain in the safety of their car.
So we're in the kitchen this morning. This is where everything's going to be made, and then it'll be brought outside.
Yeah, so we have 2 chefs on staff that have some great experience behind them, and they are making 3 meals that people get to choose from: chicken shawarma, pork shoulder tacos, and a Vietnamese chopped salad that you can get with or without shrimp.
Yum.
So we looked for some really just kind of fun, different types of meals that would make the whole event just, you know, more special, elevate it.
So this is the last day that people are available to buy tickets.
Today's the last day, so if you haven't already gotten your tickets, we hope people will jump on that.
And it's exciting because you were just mentioning, so up to $25,000 is going to be matched.
Yep, so up to $25,000 that we raise on that day is going to be matched by one of our donors. Very generous donor, so
that
we're
has to help a lot as well.
It does, especially at this time where we've had greater need, and we're just trying to make sure that we'll be there for people who depend on us for food.
So, you know, this weekend is just one way to help, but you guys are always looking for help here at the River.
We're always looking for help. We're looking for help with donations, volunteers, just people to help spread the word and tell other people about the river.
All right, let's throw the graphic up on the air right now if we haven't already. So final details as far as the birthday bash goes this weekend.
Saturday night, 4 to 6 p.m., drive-through event. Get tickets today on our website.
All right, well, Julie, thank you so much. We'll get this up on channel3000.com. You guys do just incredible work here. So let's help celebrate with that birthday bash this weekend. The River Food Pantry is celebrating 15 years in the Madison area. Happy birthday, the River.
Sounds like a great party, good food. Sign me up. Josh Breiter, thank you very much.
And remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out to him. We'd love to hear from you. He gets a lot of ideas from viewers like you. In the 608 at WISCTV.com.
Okay, so you might have seen this pretty terrifying image going around on social media. This is something.
It's pretty scary. It's a picture of an extremely rare deep-sea fish that washed up on the shores of a California state park.
Ah!
Look at this thing. That is one ugly you-know-what. Scientists say it's most likely a Pacific football fish. It's a very nice name for something so...
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's not a friendly football playing...
It's a football fish.
Friend
it's a cute
of mine.
Little football-shaped fish. Nope.
Scaly dude.
Look at all the teeth. Gross.
How big is that? Can that fit in like the palm of your hand, or is it like
something
bigger
tells
than
me
us?
no, Austin.
Right. That's what I'm worried about.
Are you putting this in your hand?
Never. No.
Now you see the long stalk on its head. That's a signal that it's a female. And that thing is used to entice prey in the darkness of waters as deep as 3,000 feet.
I will tell you, don't anger the ladies. They'll come at you with their several rows of teeth and their little enticing tail thing.
Reminds me of an ex-girlfriend of mine.
Oh, gosh. We're going to get an email now. Angela didn't appreciate that.
I'm kidding. No, I don't think I've ever dated an Angela. Anyway, okay, 6:47. Let's turn it over to Austin Kopnitsky and look at that forecast. Hey, Austin.
Oh, man, it is cold outside this morning. That's going to be our main concern. Frost is now pretty possible, and for some spots, it is looking definite, especially for some of our northernmost communities. Frost advisory is in effect until 8 a.m. Those northernmost non-shaded communities is where we actually have a freeze warning in effect. And all that expires at 8 a.m. this morning. Then we're going to see the temperatures cranking up. 38 degrees right now in Madison, but you take a look at some of our other current temperatures that we're looking at. 33 in Wisconsin Dells, right at the freezing mark in Lone Rock, and some of those northern areas where that freeze warning is in effect. 27 in Camp Douglas, and we're at 28 degrees in Wautoma. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about wind speeds for today. They will increase, but just to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And to plan your day here today, we're looking at temperatures cranking back into the mid-60s with a lot of sunshine.
All right, Austin, thank you very much. 6:48 now, ahead in the sprint. The fate of a House Republican who could lose her job for pushing back against Donald Trump.
But first, we want to say happy birthday to Ava and all the kiddos turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with News 3 Now this morning.
Coast 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrant, Wisconsin.
What does it mean to fight for what's right? And who decides what's right? Is it right for an insurance adjuster to try to get you to settle for less than you deserve? Is it right to let victims struggle to pay their medical bills? To us, it means helping accident victims get their lives back to normal again. It means doing what's right for you. Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
It's frozen, yet it's a Coke. It's not solid, but also not a liquid. Frozen drinks from McDonald's. They're a paradox of deliciousness. It's more than a drink. It's a McDonald's drink.
Right now at McDonald's, try our new medium frozen Coke for $1.69, or try a refreshing medium Minute Maid slushie for just $2. Download our app and pick it up curbside.
Are you tired of hearing it's not in stock? Madison's locally owned A1 Furniture has a huge selection of in-stock inventory available for immediate pickup or delivery. A1 has the lowest prices around. Plus, with the A1 Instant Rebate, you get $50 off of every $500 spent. This 5-piece living room set for just $9.99. Name brand mattresses in stock like this queen pillow top, just $3.99.
Shop in-store or online and save with the A1 Instant Rebate.
Only at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough? Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP Study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902.
Is the house ready? At the top of my list of projects is a ceiling fan. My plan is to stay cool with the windows open. I'm here at Madison Lighting to choose a fan with one of their experts. I've got my room dimensions here and some pictures of my family room. I'm thinking vintage looking. They'll help me choose a fan that's big enough to cool the room with the right motor to handle it all. And all fans are on sale till May 22nd. Madison Lighting on Watts Road. Better get in here.
I'm Gary Canolti, inviting News 3 Now viewers to join me on an adventure to America's Northwest National Parks, August 9th through the 18th. Enjoy the natural wonders in beautiful Glacier, Yellowstone, and Grand Teton National Parks. Highlights include a boat tour through the gates of the mountains and a Bar T5 covered wagon cookout. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC, for information on how you can attend a virtual travel show or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Get started at edgewood.edu. Edgewood College. Bring it.
6:51, time for the morning sprint.
Liz Cheney will likely be removed from her leadership position in the House today. She's currently the third-ranking Republican. The representative from Wyoming gave a speech on the legislature floor last night. She continued to stand against her fellow Republican leaders, saying Donald Trump provoked a violent attack on the Capitol and tried to steal the election.
The Wisconsin Assembly passed a resolution that calls for a meeting of the states to revise the U.S. Constitution. The effort's led by Republicans in the legislature and now goes to the Senate. If passed, Wisconsin could become the 16th state to pass the resolution, but 34 other states need to even submit a request before a convention of states can be held.
The state Senate will vote on a handful of bills that will make it harder to vote absentee. The Assembly passed the package yesterday. One of the bills would prohibit someone from outside of your immediate family from returning a ballot for you. Governor Evers says if the bills pass in the Senate, he will veto them. Overseas, airstrikes in the Middle East continued this morning. Early this morning, Israel fired rockets at a 9-story building in the Gaza Strip. 43 Palestinians have been killed since the airstrike started. This is the heaviest fighting the area has seen since 2014.
Hospitals in Costa Rica can't keep up with COVID-19 patients. The country's second wave began in April and continues to leave hospitals struggling to have enough beds. The U.S. issued a travel warning to the country back on April 20th. Costa Rica has its own restrictions on activities to try to calm everything down. The government's also ordered 9 million doses of the Pfizer vaccine.
More than 1,000 gas stations on the East Coast are running out of gas this morning. After the Colonial Pipeline was hacked over the weekend, drivers started panic buying. Analysts say that's what's behind the shortage right now, not the hacking. The pipeline should restart a majority of its operations by the end of the week.
In Iowa County, deputies say the man who initially called 911 about a death there on Monday is now in custody as the suspect. The Wisconsin Department of Justice leading this investigation. Authorities have not identified the female victim or given out any details about possible circumstances surrounding her death. Officials say the man and woman did know each other.
A man is in the jail this morning in connection to a shooting on the Beltline last week. It happened last Thursday near the Whitney Way exit. One man was hit after someone fired into his car. The 26-year-old suspect is facing charges of recklessly endangering safety.
Prosecutors will be seeking the death penalty for the gunman from the Atlanta area spa shootings. 8 people were killed during shootings at 3 Asian spas. That shooter was indicted on murder charges yesterday, and the Fulton County District Attorney says that they will be seeking the death penalty for what they say was a hate crime. A NASA spacecraft on its way back home this morning. This is the OSIRIS-REx spacecraft. It's been attached to an asteroid for the last 2.5 years, and they're bringing back NASA's first asteroid sample. It's carrying 2 ounces of material from the asteroid and won't be home until late September.
3 of Broadway's biggest shows plan to reopen in New York City this year. Lion King, Hamilton, and Wicked will resume performances on September 14th. Producers say the theaters will open at 100% capacity, though they will still follow state and CDC guidelines.
Instagram letting pronouns be displayed on the app. The company says they'll begin testing it out in some countries, which they haven't announced yet, but they do intend to expand the function. The pronouns will be a new field under Profiles.
New York City's famous skyline will soon be enjoyed from a new observation deck in Manhattan. The Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building, and the Statue of Liberty can all be seen 1,100 feet above the city on the 93rd floor of 1 Vanderbilt. It's a $3.3 billion development, the tallest building in Midtown Manhattan right now. An all-glass elevator will go up the side of the building to views 1,200 feet above the city.
And just one more peek right now at our frost advisory, which is in effect until 8 a.m. this morning. So we got another about hour or so to go. Temperatures currently right around freezing or even below for some of our northernmost communities. Camp Douglas at 27, Wautoma at 28, Lone Rock currently at 32 degrees. Here in Madison, a little bit warmer, 42, as our temperatures are looking to already start to actually climb. 42 right now again in Madison with calm winds. Feels pretty good to go. Wind speeds will only be around 5 to 10 miles per hour for today. So overall, we are in for a fantastic afternoon. Your day planner is going to show that perfectly. A ton of sunshine, especially in the morning hours. Towards the afternoon, we are expecting some partly sunny skies to eventually take over, so not a bad Wednesday at all. We can expect very similar conditions all the way through Thursday and Friday, and then it does look like next week we have better chances for some rain showers.
Austin, thank you very much, and thanks for joining us this morning, folks. Enjoy that sunshine today. We'll see you back here tomorrow.